Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ni hao ma. I'm Dr. David Phillips, and welcome to How to Put the Lower Third on the Video. This is an instructional video for my students, particularly those in the journalism broadcasting course I teach at National Juncture University. Some of the students don't know how to put a lower third on their videos, and so this will help them. Let me turn that sucker off. Alrighty, so essentially in my talking head videos or in a news broadcast, there's often a lower third, and that is a video strip, title strip at the bottom of the video that lets you know who's talking. So let's go into the process. First, we open up your graphics editor, whatever it is. This is Photoshop, and I'm going to open, hello, I will, oh goodness, I'm in the wrong directory. Get over here, boy. Open up the correct drive directory. And this is the current lower third that I use with my students. I open this sucker up, and you can see that it is for In Our Own Voices. This is the template that I give students. I want to take this and put in the info that I need for this particular assignment. So I'm going to turn on the old. Now some students, you don't have Photoshop or you can't use PSD, so use the blank PNG that I give you and just type in your name on this line. So I'm going to put in a student's name or my name. I'm going to keep editorial reporter there because for this assignment that would be correct. Otherwise, I might change it to something else. There we go. I'll just do that anyway. So once I've got the name in here, I don't worry about the other title information because that's going to be in the title of the video. This is just to placate or placeholder for this. Now I need to save this as a transparent graphic. Don't save it as a JPG or a BMP or something like that, because then that'll just, all this transparent stuff you see here where there's little checkerboards, that would get filled in if with just white if I was saving as a JPG. I want to save it as a PNG. That's a really solid format for video. And so I go to my file, save as, and there we are. I want to choose the file format. I'm going to choose PNG for this, and I need to change it to for a working thing. So I'm just going to put BDP here and PNG. Hit that old enter button. Yay! It's asking me in Photoshop. It'll ask if I want it compression. I don't want any compression at all, and I don't really want interlace, so I just hit that and I save it. Now if I go over into my directory, there is the PNG that I just saved. Here's my transparent bits. Everything is awesome. It's so awesome. Alrighty, so I've got my title. I've already previously recorded a video for this particular piece when I was doing some other work. So let's open up our video editor. Open up my Power Director, full feature, 16:9. If you're doing a lower third of your own, make sure that your graphics is 16:9. So I would just say 1920 by 1080. All right, now I open up a new project. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff that's just part of that, and I'll import my media. And if I import my media from my directory, I tend to do my edits in the same subdirectory. So let's take in that lower third we just did, and we're going to take in my raw video, the MTS file. There it is, and open that sucker up. Boom. Now you can see that it's a mess. First off, I want to pull my video into my timeline. I got lots of space here, Now you can see there's an empty chair there. There's a fat man getting up and down. So let's trim this video first, okay? So I hit my trim for this, and I'll just move this sucker over. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, hello, handsome man sitting there. Hello. He turned on his video, and probably here. Let's find out. A little too, that'll be enough. So I got it opening, and let's get the end so we don't have to watch me getting up and down. Bye-bye. That's enough. He said bye-bye. And so I edit my clip so that I've got my start point and my end point. It's now, instead of 58 seconds, it's just 19 seconds. So there we go. Boom. And I'm going to real quick make a copy of this. You don't need to do that. But for my purposes, I want to be able to show you the raw footage versus the unedited footage. And so we're just going to stick that sucker in here and go to the directory, hit edits, go to the VR views, and we'll just say raw unedited MP4. Got this set for my, oh, I don't want to do 4K. We're going to do this at 1080. 1080p, raw foot. And we can enable preview for this. So let's just start that off. And it's just going to real quick just render the whole thing. It's only 19 seconds. So it's going to be less than 19 seconds to pop that sucker in there. There it is. 10 seconds. Boom. Whole thing. Okay, now let's look at what I do. We can see I just threw this together this morning. I got out of bed, got my breakfast, sat down, and talked to the camera. So it's a messy background. Normally I would take the things out on the sides and clean that up. I want to real quick though, I do want to fix or enhance some elements of the piece. So color adjustment, I want to make the contrast a little brighter because that'll allow me to have some nice effects for us. Contrast here, you see that looks a little nicer. Let's brighten it up just a little bit. So he's so cute, and there we are. I want to save, always save, and need to be current. Hip edit, where are you? I normally have a PDS subdirectory, and this is just the lower third instruction, so I know where that is. Save the title. Now I've modified the video so the background now looks better, except for that nasty bit on the side. That's my fault because I didn't move this plastic bag that's in the way. I have a black background that I pulled down. Alrighty, so how do you put that lower third on there? I got my graphic up here, you remember it, and it looks like it has a black background. That's just because it's transparent. And I pull this sucker down into my timeline onto a different timeline from the video here. Now the video obviously is longer than the timeline, and for my graphics editor or my video editor, I can just hook myself on the end here and just line that up, and there's a stopping point. It automatically does that. So you can see I've got that nice, really clear lower third. It's actually for this one, because it's for in our own voices, we have side panels as well as the lower third. If you make your own, you can do whatever you like, put up your logos and things like that, and this will work out great. Now, for my videos, I typically have transitions as well. I like to fade in. So I'm going to fade in. I grab that transition fade, and you want to fade in both your lower thirds and your main videos. Otherwise, it's not going to look good. And we can go back, and if I hit preview here, you can see how that works. Looks great.
Headshot so that I can put.
And now I'm going to produce that so that you can see the full video and compare my edited version where I played around a bit and we can preview. See that fade in? It's just going to be a few seconds. It'll be a little longer than unprocessed, but not long. And so you can see how much more professional it looks even with my crappy t-shirt. We call that my sleeping shirt. I've got some junk on the sides, but it does look more professional. The black in the background looks more like an infinite black because I enhanced the contrast, and I also brightened so that the foreground comes up a bit. And so there it is. Now let's take a look at full screen so you can compare. First, let's look at the raw, unedited version at full screen.
Hi, this is just me talking here, talking headshot so that I can put a little thing down below for my students. Yay! This is me now saying bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Then we'll look at the processed version at full screen.
Hi, this is just me talking here, talking headshot so that I can put a little thing down below for my students. Yay! This is me now saying bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And there you go. So that's how you do a lower third. Ain't that special? This video has been predominantly for my students in broadcast journalism. We do use the In Our Own Voices info website for their work. I'm a little behind on editing some of their stuff, and so eventually it'll all get up okay, and they will start processing more material on their own, so I don't have to. But that's it. Create your own lower third in your graphics editor. Make sure it's 19 by 6, 1920 by 1080 resolution, and everything will be great. Save it as a transparent file. I tend to use PNG files because they're awesome and they work really well. And that, my friends, is that. Don't forget you save your work, and I'll see you next time. Until next time, this is Dr. David Phillips saying, live, trends, and prosper. Bye-bye.